Hi, my name is Sarah. Welcome to this short tutorial on how to paint a little squirrel in watercolor. Now, I'm not someone who normally paints things like animals or people and portraits or really anything that requires, precision of features because getting it wrong means getting it really wrong, as opposed to painting a tree where it's supposed to look wonky, and if it looks too uniform, it looks fake. But in this case, I'm trying my hand at a little squirrel on this little, 3 inch by 4 inch piece of paper. So the risk isn't very high. Now, here is my reference photo. I took this picture of this baby squirrel from my parents' deck, and he's so cute and so little. But I will be completely honest with you, I traced this. So I just held my watercolor paper up to the screen and traced what I could. And then after that, I just added in some details that I had missed while tracing. I'm starting with just a general brown color for most of the squirrel, and I'm leaving his little eye area, which I will paint black when everything is dry. And then the tail itself has a little bit more white in it. I'll stick the reference photo in the corner here so you can see what I'm working with. So while it's wet, but after the paint has soaked in a little bit, I'm using my brush with a darker shade of brown, and I'm looking at the reference photo and seeing where the darker fur is and where the shadows end up being. The tail is a little bit darker, and then we get some almost like white little tufts. He's using his tail as a blanket. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. This picture always makes me laugh. So I was visiting my family back in November, and my mom is the nicest, sweetest person you'll ever meet. And one morning we were, drinking our tea, looking out the window at all the critters. And then I went to go get changed into cute clothes. And I came upstairs and my mom said, "Oh, you look so cute." And I was like, "Yay." And she goes, "And you've grown." And I was like, "Ugh." She was too stunned to speak. I was like, "I'm 36. What do you mean I've grown?" And I turn around because I'm so confused. And she wasn't even talking to me the whole time. She was talking to this little baby squirrel that she has been watching for the last couple of weeks. And I just cracked up because it was very confusing. And then it was very silly and cute. So this painting brings me joy. Okay, you can see that I started taking my brush, and while it's mostly dry on the paper, making these short little lines for the tail texture and fur texture. I'm adding in the black, and I messed up that. Hold on. It kind of went outside the lines of where I wanted it to be. So no matter, while it's still wet, I dropped some water in and then lifted that with paper towel, and now it looks fine. Building up the fur layer was surprisingly fun. I thought this was where I was going to lose the painting because I kind of didn't go in with much of a plan. I kind of just went in with my best guess of what to do to paint this. And this kind of dry brush little texture that builds up, I thought worked really well. So you can see with my brush, it is dry to the point that the bristles are kind of like separating and clumping, and that ended up working really well for me. It currently looks like it has demon eyes because I need to add a little bit of detail and kind of fix where the black went a little bit too far, but it will only be a demon squirrel for a little bit longer. I'm adding in a little bit more white gouache just to emphasize the fuzzy little tummy and tail. I'm really trying to stop myself from using like a cutesy voice when I'm looking at this little squirrel. Keep it together, son. All right, the squirrel is standing on something. We just need to ground him. I don't mean ground. I mean, we need him grounded on whatever. All right, now that that eye area is dry, I'm taking my white gel pen and putting his little eyelid back there and a tiny little dot for the reflection. I'm adding in some white gel pen for a little bit of fur as well, where I want to add some of those highlights. And then going in with an even darker brown and adding in more of that fur texture. He has a dark shadow around his ear. You can see the ear and then the little armpit and then the little butt area. Those are the darkest parts of the squirrel. So that's where I'm using the darkest brown. Halfway on his tail, it's like color and then it's white. Oh yeah, see that shadow is really emphasizing that dark area and his little armpit too. And then emphasizing those little white hairs on his tail using the gel pen. I really like using a gel pen with watercolor. It goes on pretty well. And these are honestly just the basic gel pens we all used in 4th grade. There's nothing fancy about them. And I decided I wanted to put a little background too, just a sky, or you could choose any color. This is just, I chose blue because of the sky and also because I thought it would contrast nicely with his orange on his tail. I keep using him. I don't know if this is a boy or not. I know there are a couple of them that live in my parents' grill and they hide there every time like the hawk comes looking for a snack. So mom and dad, just next time you fire up the grill, like in the spring, just make sure the squirrels are out. Make sure they have left the premises. We're wrapping up, finishing with my gel pen details wherever I want some highlights, and then some of that dark fur texture wherever I want some shadows. I'm considering starting a series of short videos where I paint animals, like videos that are under 10 minutes. Would we be interested in that? Yeah, just paint some critters with me. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.